Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're diving into a really fascinating pitch deck from a company called Fractal AI Technologies. Now, their claim is pretty out there. They're saying the future of predicting financial markets is hiding in a place you would never, ever expect, the science of human speech. So let's get into it and see what this is all about. Okay, so this right here is the big idea, the core of their entire pitch. The argument is that the exact same principles that help an AI figure out the next word you're going to say in a sentence, those can be used to predict the next move in the stock market. It's a really powerful and honestly a pretty wild idea. And that, of course, leads to the big question, right? How on earth does that connection actually work? I mean, how can the messy, kind of unpredictable nature of human language give us a blueprint for the chaotic, super high-stakes world of financial trading? Well, let's find out. All right, first up, we have got to understand this fundamental link they're talking about. The company basically argues that both speech and markets are, when you boil it all down, just noisy signals that are waiting for someone to decode them. Think about it like this for a second. When your phone translates something you say, what's it really doing? It's filtering out all the background noise, your stutters, and it's predicting the most likely sequence of words you intended to say. This pitch claims that financial markets are basically the same thing. So the whole game is to filter out the noise of all the random market activity and predict the most likely next price move. Okay, but to really get where they're coming from, you've got to look at the history. This whole idea didn't just pop out of nowhere. No, they're saying it's the result of two kind of parallel tracks of AI development that have been growing for decades and are only now crashing into each other. So, back in the 80s, you've got these brilliant guys at IBM Labs like Peter Brown and Robert Mercer, and they're cracking the code on statistical machine translation. What do they do next? They take those exact same models to their new hedge fund, Renaissance Technologies, apply them to financial noise, and boom, they generate legendary returns. Meanwhile, on a totally separate track, you have Geoffrey Hinton pioneering the neural networks that would eventually give us things like ChatGPT. And Fractal AI? They're basically saying they're standing right where these two incredible paths finally meet. Which brings us to the company itself. Their core tech is something they call the AI telescope, and it's designed to do just what it sounds like, see right through all that market noise and find these little moments of absolute clarity. So, here's their secret sauce, what they call fractal equilibrium. Just imagine a scale that is perfectly balanced. That's the exact moment they're looking for in the market, when the total amount of buy orders is an exact match for the sell orders. Now, the deck doesn't really go into why they use the word fractal, but it's at this very specific point of balance that their whole AI system is designed to kick in and make a call. And from that perfect point of equilibrium, the AI makes a very simple, very specific prediction. It asks one question: is the market going to resist this balance and go the other way, or is it going to persist and keep pushing in the same direction? That's it. That one binary choice is what their entire system is built around. And here it is, the headline number they put front and center in their deck. They claim that their AI telescope is hitting between 66% and 77% accuracy in its live validated forecasts. I mean, that is a seriously bold claim, and it's no accident that it sounds a lot like the historical performance of Renaissance Technologies. But, the tech is just one piece of the puzzle. The company's vision isn't just to be another secret black box hedge fund. Their real vision, it's huge. We're talking about getting this tool into the hands of millions, maybe even billions of regular people. So, how are they going to do that? Well, their strategy is pretty clever. They're not trying to build some new app from the ground up. Nope. Instead, they plan to plug directly into the financial and social super apps we all already use. We're talking Revolut with its 40 million users, Binance, and even Meta with its nearly 4 billion users. The goal is to make market prediction a totally normal, everyday feature, just like checking your social media feed. And this example they give in the deck, wow, it really paints a picture of their endgame. They're talking about a future where you could have, say, Revolut-branded earbuds that are translating languages for you in real time, while also giving you AI-driven tips to hedge your currency risk on the fly. All powered by their tech, it's this incredible, seamless blend of consumer gadgets and high-level finance. Okay, a big vision is great, but this is a pitch deck, right? So it all comes down to the numbers. Let's take a look at the business case that they're actually presenting to investors. First off, they just lay out the size of the playground they're in, and it's massive. They're targeting 3 gigantic pools of value. The $10 trillion+ flowing through the markets every single day, the 37 trillion just sitting in global bank accounts looking for a better return, and of course, the attention of over a billion super app users. So where do they fit in? Well, here's how they're pitching themselves against the big players. They argue that the legendary quant funds like Renaissance are just closed-off black boxes. You can't get in. Their AI telescope, on the other hand, is built to be adaptive and, this is the key part, accessible to everybody through simple APIs. And this is the number that'll get potential customers' attention. Their model aims for a net return of just 0.1% per day. Now, that sounds tiny, right? But through the magic of compounding, they project that this could actually lead to a 40% annualized return on capital. So where's all the money going to go? Looking at their plan, it's pretty clear where their heart is. Almost half of the funding is going straight into R&D and hiring the best people. That tells you their number one priority is scaling the core AI technology itself. Getting customers and building out infrastructure, that's important, but it comes second in this round. All right, the big ask. They're looking for $3.5 million, and for that, they're offering up a 23% equity stake in the company. So that puts their total valuation at right around $15 million. And what are they going to do with that cash? They lay out a pretty straightforward 4-step plan. First, lock in those key partnerships with the super apps. Second, expand the AI so it can cover more stuff like crypto and foreign exchange. Third, hit the gas on sales. And fourth, make sure all their security and compliance is rock solid. It's a clear, focused plan for growth. And that brings us full circle right back to that huge question we started with. Look, the pitch from Fractal AI Technologies is nothing if not ambitious. It's this amazing story that weaves together the history of speech AI, the legends of quant finance, and the unbelievable scale of today's social platforms. But it really all boils down to this. Can one single piece of technology actually level the playing field and give everyone access to true financial foresight? Well, that is the billion-dollar question.